The Purge? More like the Gurge. The Purge? More like the Blurge. This was a weird one, guys. The bros and I saw The Purge. The First Purge. Not the First Purge movie. This is about the First Purge that takes place. This is the fourth movie. I think in order to review this movie though, I should be wearing our Purge masks. Why do we have Purge masks? Don't ask. We do weird things sometimes. So like I said, this was a weird Purge movie. This one has an absolute theme to it, and that is gangster. I don't know why that is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but is there like a huge market for gangsters? Like, do a lot of black people really enjoy The Purge?
NFFA been putting all this shit in the streets, y'all, hoping that we'd off each other. We didn't, and now they stoking the fire in another motherfucking way.
It was like cringy gangster though, you know what I mean? Like very not authentic, you know? Like, I'd hate to be that guy and be like, oh, it was so white. But clearly non-gangster people wrote this movie, you know? Like, they probably wrote most of the movie and they like gave it to like some black people, you know? And they're like, could you punch this up for us? Could you make it a little more gangster? Could you say the N-word for us? Like, we don't want to be the ones that say it, you know? And the black people were like, we got you, fam. They probably looked at the script and were like, oh, this is bad. This is pretty bad.
Tonight, we'll see the good and evil in everyone.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the First Purge.
So let's dive right into the plot of this movie. This is all about the very first purge that takes place. The whole idea is they're telling their citizens, we're conducting an experiment. We're going to host something called the Purge, and it's going to be very beneficial for all of you, and you know, it's up to you if you want to participate.
Is the Purge a political device?
It is a psychological one. If we want to save our country, we must release all our anger in one night.
But we very quickly find out that the people running this whole thing have ulterior motives. It's not really explained why they would benefit if this whole thing succeeds, but they want this to succeed. So they put on the Purge, and the whole night they're monitoring everything, keeping a track of everything that goes down. And the whole plot of this movie is that the government sends in soldiers to just kill people. Sometimes they're disguised as other Purge participants, and sometimes they're not even trying to hide what they are.
You're sending soldiers into the island disguised as citizens.
This country needs for this to work.
So this guy here, Dimitri, is an ex-boyfriend of our main character, Naya. He is like one of the top dogs in the gang. Once the Purge starts and he finds out that Naya is in trouble, he goes across the town to try to save her. And then the grand finale is him working his way up into the apartment as the military is coming in and just wiping out everybody in the apartment. So that's it. I mean, these movies have very thin plots. It's just a vehicle for masked freaks to go around and just kill people and to have some kind of crazy, wild, shocking killing scenes.
No one's coming to help us.
And that's the main problem with this movie, is it just doesn't really deliver that at all. The plot is kind of bizarre, and the movie spends a lot of time showing stuff to the audience that we're just not there for.
Nothing will ever be the same again.
Wow, this mask is a lot easier to breathe in. The movie starts off with the citizens kind of being explained what the whole idea of the Purge is. The problem is, we as an audience have seen this 3 times already. So we already know. For me, I was just getting impatient. I was like, let's go. I know what the Purge is. I know what's gonna happen. The whole reason I spent money to sit here is to see a Purge. So let's get it going here. Oh man. I wonder if she saw me. So part of the way they track what the citizens are doing is by giving them these contacts that record everything they do, and also like a GPS trackers. You know, they got some really cool, scary shots with people with their glowing eyes looking through windows or from down the street. They took advantage of that pretty well. There's a particularly psychotic guy in this movie whose name is literally Skeletor. He is the one who makes the very first kill of the movie. So the government, you know, in the news keeps replaying this clip over and over from Skeletor's point of view of them killing this very first person. Keep playing it over and over in the movie. So as a movie viewer, I'm pretty sure we saw that clip like a good 6 times. That was the only first person shot, I'm pretty sure, in the whole movie. They could have had a whole sequence of point of view shots of people killing people all over. Honestly, I could take this camera, hold it in front of me with a knife, and walk around my house and get more interesting stuff than most of the shots in this movie. This movie was like a ton of gunfights. Except in this case, it was some of the most like slow, like by the numbers, dull gunfighting ever. They should go like Grindhouse level with this stuff. This should be a movie that really pushes the bounds and a movie that really explores like what's too far. But a lot of the time I feel like they're just kind of skipping their potential. They're wasting the opportunity they had. So in order to rate this movie, I need to rate it on two different rubrics. For normal movies and for Purge movies. I mean, ultimately these movies are trash. They are, and that's okay. By design, they're supposed to be just like dumb fun. You know, even though I'm on board with these, I like them. I have to say, honestly, they're like 4. This one I'd have to give a 4, or maybe 5 for normal movies. For Purge movies, like I said, this one was kind of tame. There really weren't a whole lot of like really psychotic moments. A lot of the action was a lot of firefights, which is okay, but it wasn't like incredibly exciting. Didn't really make this stand out from a whole lot of other movies. I don't know. So I guess among the 4, I'd have to give this like a 7.
Just remember all the good the Purge does.
I never know what to say to end these things. I never know how to wrap this up. What do I say? See you all on the flippity flip. Yeah, I guess that's it.